favorite channel, Aerobically. In this video I want to talk a little bit about this kind of statement. Free weights don't free weights don't develop aerobic efforts. This is a statement that, at least here in Spain, we hear from time to time, and I think it is not true. It is not true to say this, because this is what I want to explain. Take for example a rep or a series of a biceps curl or a squat. Okay, when you are doing, let us take the squat example. When you are doing squats, for example, let us guess that we are going to do 40 reps in a squat exercise. So the first reps are not going to tire us up. We are not going to get tired by doing the first 7 reps. What we are going to feel is that those reps, we can do those reps, and the needs of oxygen and nutrients of the body, and fulfillment of those needs is going to be that process is going to be balanced. So in those first reps, what do we have in our hands? What we have is an aerobic state, because the needs for oxygen and of nutrients are going to be balanced. There's going to be an equilibrium between those needs, and the nutrients and oxygen that we are giving to the body. So there is an equilibrium. Therefore, this is the definition of aerobic state. There is a balance between the needs and the offerings that we are giving to the body in those terms. But what does it take place when we pass the point of no return? No, indeed, when we pass that 7th repetition. Well, a possible explanation is that we need, and the store that we have in our body of those needs begins to get empty. Here we have the unbalanced situation. Okay, we are not able to give to the body what it needs, so we begin to fall into the anaerobic state, the anaerobic realm. So here we have the anaerobic state. Therefore, and if we go on, finally eventually we will reach the muscular failure, or the kind of failure that we are seeking. So the problem is that the previous statement that I made in the beginning of at the beginning of the video, it doesn't make any sense, because we can see that even when we are doing an exercise with free weights, it, it doesn't mean that you are not working on in a aerobic state, in an aerobic state, or people doesn't realize that they are working in an aerobic state in the first reps. The problem is that the issue is that with free weights we we can modify, we can change, we can speed up this process more rapidly than in other sports, because we can increase the weights, or what is the same, the resistance that we are trying to overcome. We can modify speed, we can modify I don't know, our resting time. There are just a couple of examples. So the problem, the question is that, or the point is that we can modify that state more rapidly. We can go through these states more rapidly than in other sports. So maybe, or perhaps, the problem, the image that everyone has in in their minds is that of the maximum strength training, where in a very short period of time we pass from a non demanding state to we pass from that kind of state towards an high demanding state, which is the anaerobic state. For example, when we are doing only one or two reps with our the highest weight that we can lift, and therefore we are doing a maximum strength exercise. It is true that the period of time that comes from a non-demanding state to a almost failure state, it shortens. I think it, it it is the right, is it the right word? Well, you can you can reduce the time that you have to spend on doing that effort. So the point is that you cannot say that when you are doing, for example, hypertrophy training or workout, you are not doing an aerobic exercise. You are doing it, but in a very brief period of time. Because what you are interested in is to try to reach the failure point. But this doesn't mean that when you are training with free weights, because I'm not very fond of machines. When you are training with free weights, you can definitely reach aerobic states. it depends on the time that you want to spend on them, and the intensity that you are bringing into your reps or your series. Therefore, if you are working with a low intensity, very low intensity, and hence the number of reps that you are going to do is higher, is larger, then you can perfectly be working in an aerobic state. For example, how can't you deny that I'm not working aerobically when in this case I get the barbell, I put only 2 kilos on each side of the barbell, and I begin to do splits, static splits, and I endure the exercise for 20 minutes because it's a very low weight, the one that I'm carrying through the exercise. It is a real nonsense to say that people who train with free weights don't train aerobic states by using free weights, because you can actually train or develop that state by using free weights, as I have already explained. I hope that you have understood or comprehend this point. I also hope that I have made it a little bit clearer, and that's all. You want to see more videos, please visit my channel, and I will try to upload new videos in English, because even when I'm aware that I make a lot of blunders, a lot of mistakes when I make these videos. I think it is just a matter of time. In time, I hope that I will learn. Okay, forgive my mistakes and my language mistakes, and I will see you soon in following videos.